Hello and welcome back to Spirited Heart. Alright, just let me think. I'm trying to think what might combine with seduction skills to actually get me one of those titles. Because I don't think I'll be able to get the one the goddess wants, because that would require me completely changing my what I've been playing towards. So let me think. It's not going to be craftsmanship. Probably not art. I doubt it's merchant skills. Might be reputation, so I'll keep trying that for now. Soldiering? No, it's not going to be soldiering. I doubt it's faith, because that would be a really weird combination. It's probably not magic. Might be cookery. Yeah, because it does say many men are attracted by good food. So that would be a skill that makes sense. Okay, let's max out Beautician and then try and get some cooking. That'll take a while because I'll have to get a lot of concentration and creativity. Dang it. Double dang it. It's completely irrelevant because I'd already overshot. But need to call a healer. And I need to stay in bed for a few days because my skills have gone down. Dang it. I need a bit more money so I can go back to the health spa place and get my seduction back up to 100. God dang it. It's really buggering up my emotions. Let's take a few weeks off. Repeat the last job. That'll do. Dang it. Ooh, random encounter. Cool. I finally found a job as a beautician in a prestigious parlour shop established by a woman called Madame Bonbon. She is apparently famous for her bonbon hairstyle. I walk into the store and marvel at the famous landmark. What I did not expect to see, however, was someone I knew very intimately. A long-legged beauty admiring herself in the mirror, smacking her lips after just applying lipstick, running her hands along her curves, perking up her blouse to showcase her large chest. I would recognise that round rear end anywhere. No one has a better backside in all of Triberg. Helen? Is that you? And why on earth is she still dressed so skimpily? Because the artist didn't have enough time to draw different outfits for all the female characters, I assume. Or all the romantic interest, rather. Particularly given that there seems to be a different outfit for every job and variations for every character. That's a lot of work for the artist. I tense up, ruining the day that I would ever meet this woman again. But she has a smile on her face. Is it really you? She runs up to me, and I'm speechless. Her smile melts away, as if she never meant to smile at all, but it's too late because I saw it. Why are you here? I'm the new beautician. I'm sorry, I must be losing my hearing, because I swear you just said that you're the new beautician. That's right, you better get used to it, Reed. She just stands there and looks at me for a moment. The boss walks by and greets me, telling Reed to show me the ropes. Reluctantly, Reed does show me around the shop and tells me how the business works. She used to be my mentor for the next several weeks. At some point, a young nobleman walks in through the doors, asking for a haircut. Watch and learn. She pushes me away, fixes her hair, and struts towards the man. Just this way, sir. She takes his hand and leads him to a chair playfully. Is she trying to charm this man? Because it won't work. I know this noble, and he prefers men. Did Reed really not know who he was? Your hair is already so handsome, but how can I please you today? She runs her fingers through his hair and caresses his face. Oh boy, she really doesn't know. This is going to be hilarious, watching her try and woo an unwooable man. Oh, we've got to laugh at her, haven't we? She continues the haircut, and it turns out just as awkward as it started. The man leaves her with no tip and a stern look. She's dumbfounded. I laugh at her. Her eyes flash at me, cutting me off abruptly. I'm not here for your amusement. Please. I'll laugh at whatever I want, and it's honestly funny that you have no idea. Her mouth twitches. What do you mean? Oh, that man doesn't like women. Your magic charm wasn't ever going to work on him, so it was funny trying to see you try. Reed just stands there in silence. After a long pause, she laughs. It shocks my senses to see her laughing and smiling, and not in a cruel way, just as she looked when I first saw her today. She's undeniably a beautiful woman, but she's even more attractive when she smiles. You're right, it actually is quite funny. Looks like I have to show you how it's done on the next customer. She gestured towards the next gentleman walking through the door, a fiery determination in her eyes. You don't have to show me anything. I know you're really good at attracting men, you don't have to prove yourself to me. I see Reed relax a bit in her posture, but she gives me a disgusted look. I'm not proving myself to you, I'm simply getting ahead in life. I'll be out of the shop in no time. I sigh, so she still thinks flirting will get her everywhere. I don't have time for this right now. I need to do good at my own job. Maybe once I'm famous, she can see how my methods are better. And that'll do. Can't do that job again. No way I can do this job while I'm so depressed. Let's go to the relaxation menu. Not quite enough to actually go to the spa, and I suspect I'm about to get taxed again. Yep. 28 gold coins. Go to the relaxation menu. Still can't afford to go to the bloody spa. Random encounter. Another day in the beauty shop. Today, an older woman walks through the door, and I go to greet her, but Reed intercepts me and tells me that she'll take care of her. Why? Your charm isn't going to work on her either. She's a woman. And your point is? I've worked with my share of women, and they've always been satisfied. I gulp, looking into her eyes. She's just as good at seducing women as she is with men. The image of me in that chair and her caressing my face flashes in my mind, and I shake my head to get rid of the thought. That doesn't matter. I know this woman as a friend, that's why I want her. Still numb from what I just learned, she easily walks past me and takes the woman as her client. Oh, Reed, my, how you've grown. Yes, madam. What can I do for you today? Instead of a haircut, I think I should get my head dyed today. I think I found more grey hairs. Dreadful. Yes, madam. Right away. I blink, watching Reed handle the woman professionally. She's really good at what she does, but she keeps putting her body out there, like that's the only reason she's where she's at. I've applied to work here myself. I know how hard it is to get this job. I keep to myself as Reed dries the woman's hair, lathering her hair with dye and chatting to her as she sits. But a loud shriek cracks through the parlour, catching my full attention. I spin around to see the old woman, with green hair. Green? Why is my hair green? I asked for brown! Reed looks horrified, and it's clear she made a mistake. She hadn't meant to play a cruel trick, she just screwed up. I laugh as loud as she can. She's green as a head of lettuce. How could this happen, Reed? I don't know, She looks over at me. It was Helen. She prepared the dye. Wait, what? I should have known you were too amateur to handle even something as basic as dye. She's blaming me for her mistake. Let's run with it. She's not going to drag me down so easily. Because green looks so much better on you. I moved to the woman and began to sell the hair colour to her. Isn't it a lovely shade of green, like the colour of dew on a grass in a meadow of flowers? I try to keep from throwing up my own words. I turn to face the mirror. And to think, you'll be the only one of your friends with this marvellous shade. You'll be the talk of the town. Well, And look, it matches your lovely eyes. She closes her mouth and smiles. Well, look at that, it does. How beautiful. It worked. The woman appears to be so pleased with her new, ugly-coloured hair that she gives me a fat tip. Please, dye my hair next time, too. She winks and leaves. I look smugly over at Reed. Looks like my silver tongue My silver tongue is no match for your bum shaking. The charm only works on half the population, mind you. Reed almost looks embarrassed. Well, good. Even though I did the wrong thing, everything was okay. You really shouldn't have blamed me, though. She turns away, ignoring me. But she doesn't leave. Why isn't she leaving? The boss walks in to tell us to close up the shop, since it's time to go home. Reed still stands silently, even though she hates closing the shop. She doesn't look arrogant at all. There isn't a malicious muscle in her face. The way the moonlight is hitting her just now, she can be very attractive sometimes. I now believe every word about her success with seducing women. That'll do. Okay. One more... Oh, another random encounter. That was fast. I'm working with Reed in the beauty shop when a short, fat man walks in. He looks rich, but wow, is he ugly. I don't even think there's anything I can do as a beautician to help him. Hello, how may I help you? Greetings. I'm looking for a dancer for a private party for my fellow merchants this weekend. He's looking for a dancer, not a stylist? I've heard very good things about two of your beauticians. I believe their names are Reed and Helen. My two best stylists. I couldn't possibly spare them. Of course, I'm willing to compensate you for your lost business while they're preoccupied. Our boss looks over at us and waits for us to come over immediately. Reed and I walk over and present ourselves to the plump merchant. He does not disguise his eyes as they leer at our curves. I blush, completely embarrassed that he's judging us based on our appearance, not our dancing skill. Could Reed have been right all along? I look over at Reed, and she's posing seductively. Oh, really? She's going to work her charm already? You are both very beautiful. I cannot judge who to hire from this alone. I'd like to see you both dance. Reed and I meet eyes. So looks are not everything. It really will come down to who is the best dancer. Very well, sir. I hope you enjoy the show. We clear the room for her. She takes the center. She takes out her finger cymbals and begins slowly, melodic movements. She clangs the cymbals in an alluring manner, making her own music. Even though I've not seen her dance after the school competition, Reed is still a perfect dancer. She moves with the accuracy of an arrow, and as smooth as water. She's like a ribbon whipping in the wind, like a lioness on a hunt. I'm entranced by her every movement, and I feel every bit of excitement that she said her costume would invoke in the first day I met her. Colour fills my cheeks, noticing just how low-cut her outfit has always been. She finishes, and the merchant claps. I shake from my coma to applaud her as well. Can you do better than that? I smirk. It would be very hard, but I wasn't going down without a fight. Now, should I dance, or should I lose on purpose? I think it's saving time, people. I don't want to save scum, but it would be an annoying waste if I had to, if I missed completely with this relationship track since I've been working towards it. So let's see what dancing does. I started dancing the only way I knew how. Fast, vicious, and simply wild. I had been complimented on my unique style at school many times. I wanted to show this guy that I was an animal. I undulated and swiveled, rolled my hips around and around, lifting my arms towards the sky. I slid across the floor in a circle, and performed my finale of bending over backwards. When I bent over, searching for the merchant's eyes, instead I find Reed's. Her look freezes me in my position. She looks astonished. But why? She was my teacher. She taught me. I lose my balance and fall right onto the floor. They gasp and Reed runs up to me. Are you all right? I'm dizzy for a moment, but I don't think just from falling. I blink and look at her. Of course I am. That was part of the act. I couldn't believe she sounded so concerned. I didn't think it possible. But, I fell over during my performance. Now I really looked like the worst dancer. But Reed's expression just then. I would like to have Reed as the dancer for my party. Do you accept? I do. The merchant and our boss leave, but we're both still on the floor. You are tricky, Reed. Yes? But why do you say so? You know why. No, darling. Tell me. You used your wiles on me while I was dancing. Of course I was going to be distracted and mess up. My wiles, Truly, I did nothing of the sort. The same look from before appears in her face, one of extreme interest and pleasure. I feel my heart begin to race. You are truly wicked, woman. I feel her grow closer to me, her beauty almost palpable. My body tenses as her eyes almost close. And then suddenly she pulls away. She stands up and away from me. What just almost happened? If I do well at this merchant's performance, I won't need to return to this beauty shop. What? I have lofty goals, Helen. This beauty parlour is not the end of me. I can do better. My heart twangs at how hurtful that sounded, even though she wasn't talking about me. She nearly runs out of the shop without another word. I never thought I would see another demon in such a way. Elves were more my thing, but Reed has something so intoxicating about her. And it wasn't just her dances. My reputation is gaining, and ooh, another random encounter, that's early. It's been too long since I've seen Reed. She left the beauty shop so abruptly. I didn't even know she was leaving for good, but she never came back. She just can never be around me, it seems. I did learn that she's now working at a local cabaret as a lead dancer. I imagine she's doing very well for herself, since that job basically requires you to flirt with the customers for tips. I sigh, ignoring the pit in my stomach. I'm not jealous. I must be too happy for her. Before I know it, I'm standing outside of her cabaret. Did my feet take me here? I didn't mean to come. Well, since I'm here, it wouldn't hurt to take a peek. Let's go inside. This looks like my kind of place. I strut into the cabaret, and I immediately drink in the smoky atmosphere, the roaring crowd, and the dirty interior. Oh yeah, definitely my kind of place. A round of applause catches my attention, and I hear the announcer introduce the sexiest belly dancer in the whole of Triberg. He's definitely talking about Reed. I push my way through everyone, so that I'm at the very, very front. I kick a guy out of his chair so that I have the best seat in the house. The curtains part, and sure enough, Reed is poised seductively, waiting for her music to start. When she starts dancing, I quickly realise that she looks different. Normally, she has a stern look of determination or a playful smile while dancing, but now she looks completely lifeless. The crowd throws money at her, and she doesn't even bat an eye at them. She couldn't look more bored, basically. But her dancing is as good as ever. I desperately want to enjoy the show, but I'm distracted by how lost she seems. Maybe I can give her a motivation boost. I stand up and cheer for her as loudly as I can. Luckily, this catches her attention and she spots me. Helen? She stops and rushes to the edge of the stage, shocked. For the first time tonight, she has a shred of emotion. She bends over so that only I can hear. Instead, I get a quite lovely view of her, goods. What are you doing in a place like this? Same reasons as the rest of the boys. See a pretty girl dance for me. My smile does nothing for her. She frowns, in fact. I was trying to give her a compliment. Why aren't you happy? You're the sexiest belly dancer in Triberg, that's what he said. She just shakes her head and says something, but I can't hear her. What? She glares at me, and the crowd yells at her to continue. Reed ignores me for the rest of her performance. Men cannot throw their money fast enough at her. All those coins on the stage. I wish I could rack up that kind of tip. I need to use my dancing for profit too. And maybe I could buy a nicer house or something. Maybe sexier clothes. Then maybe Reed won't ignore me anymore. How am I doing on the old character sheet? Well, I'm going to take a week at the spa, I think, to regenerate and hopefully get my seduction back up to 100 where it belongs. Week at the beauty farm. Excellent. Charisma's up to 81, which is very good. Pick the last job. Nope. What actually happens if you hit the auto job? Okay. Does the auto job just automatically give you neutral? Yeah, Apparently it just automatically gives you neutral. That's boring. Okay, be the last job. Dang it. Random encounter. I'll never be famous. I've tried everything. I did everything that Reed taught me. I used my body, I wore skimpy clothes. Why wasn't I rolling in money like she was? She'll never notice me like this. I walked through the night streets, looking for anyone who wanted to dance. A nobleman walks into the street from my house, and I lock onto him like my prey. I immediately run up to him and start showcasing myself. You look very handsome, stranger. Leave me, ruffian. Don't you want to dance? I'm the best dancer in Triberg. He scoffs. You don't look anything like Reed. Her name cuts me open. Reed. Why was she ignoring me? I grab the man's clothes and yank him forward. Am I not good enough for you? Why don't you like me? I'm sexy, I'm alluring. I can dance like the best of them. You're crazy! I'm calling the guards! He breaks me so fast that I'm sent to the ground. I crash against the cobblestone hard, and I yelp in pain. What have I become? Clanking metal tells me that it did indeed call the guards. Several armoured men surround me and pick me off the ground. I thrash in their grip. Let go of me! Don't you know who I am? Let go! They tighten their grip and I glow purple. Helen, no! I instantly calm down at the sound of her voice. Reed. She appears in front of me. Let her go. She broke no laws. I was Reed here. Did she see what happened? Oh, I'm such a wreck. The guards hesitate, so she walks up to them and hands them a bag of coins. They look at each other and let me go, leaving us alone. I struggle to stand straight. What in the world did you think you were doing? Ooh, decisions. Savey time. Some of the romance tracks, it's blindingly obvious what the right path is. Let's ask her the same. What are you doing? Why are you here? I take her off guard with my question instead. I've been following you. What? You've been worrying me. I've seen the way you've been acting, and darling, this just isn't right. I know you're better than this. Why are you so worried about me? Isn't it obvious? Out of everyone in Triberg, the one person I wanted to watch me dance was never there. I'm a fool for you, and I don't even know why. I just know that I can't watch you do this to yourself. You don't need to dance for other men. But you dance for other men. Because I need the money. My mother is sick. Wizard told my father he could cure her if we bought this potion, but it's more than we can afford. All this time, all her power-hungry manipulations and sellouts, they've all been for her family? I'm so confused. Everything I knew has just been flipped upside down. I had no idea. Helen, I love you. I freeze in shock. What did she just say? You've been in my mind more than I want to admit, but I never thought I would meet a demon as feisty as me, but here you are. She loves me. She did just say that. I reach out and pull her to me, kissing her deeply. Her gasp is muffled against me, but she quickly reciprocates. I was just at my lowest of lows, and now I couldn't be happier. I thought I had to become extremely wealthy and famous for her even notice me, but all along. It wasn't what I wore or how much money I had. She liked me for me. Who would have guessed? After several passionate kisses, we break. I smirk at her, and she smiles back devilishly. Feisty enough for you? You witch, and jinx me from your twisted spell. We laughed and kissed again. We knew that neither of us had to use a drop of demon magic for what just happened. Oh yay, tax time. That really ups the romantic mood, paying tax. 40% taxation, bloody hell. Aha. I'm in a bad mood. That's why I can't concentrate. But if I invite her, I can actually afford the beauty farm. Holiday spent in total relaxation is just what we wanted. Reed doesn't really need a beauty treatment, but she enjoys the holiday with me anyway. Charisma's gone up another 3, which is good. So, yeah, relationships. Let's spend some time with her. Which has done some good stuff for my morale. So, yep, I'm not even close to being 30 yet, so I've got plenty of time to up something else. As I think what I'm probably going to need is cooking, because that's the only one that I can think logically goes with seduction, based on what it says. So, I think I've done enough of the beautician stuff. So what do I actually need to get cook skills? Creativity and concentration. I'm going to have to pay to up my concentration, so if I do this for a while, which I'm guaranteed to make a bunch of money at, I can then up my concentration with some study. Which is good. Yes, if I use this to pay the bills, I can then afford to up these with okay. So what was it? How much did I actually need? 60 creativity and 40 concentration. This might take a while, people. You've been warned in advance. Okay, probably will spend some time with her because the relationship's gone down while I haven't been paying attention to her. Try my concentration some more. Just keep spending time with her. That's the thing, I just need to remember to spend time with her. Dang it. I keep forgetting. Yeah, let's repeat the last job. Dang it, that's lowered my bloody skills. Including the one skill that I really need. There we go. Boost it up a bit higher. Let's spend some time with her. Then let's take a week off. Go to the beauty farm with her. Boost my seduction again. Got to pay the bloody tax. Repeat the last job. Okay. And my seduction's back up to being high enough to guarantee me success, which is very good. Try my skill. Concentration. Okay, my concentration is slowly getting there. Ugh, something wrong today. And I'm getting mugged again. And start flirting with them. They all seem interested, but they quickly start fighting with each other over which one gets to have me. I quickly escape and call some guards to come help me. I recover my money, and stories of how I outwitted the thieves increase my reputation in town. Well, hey! I do like the fact that those random events will change based on what your stats are. That's a nice touch. I was like, it might take me a while to actually get that thing, but either way, I'm not going to do any of it off camera because some of it might turn out to be interesting. But either way, that's probably a decent enough point to end this particular video. And say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.